The savings rate obsession. Why how much you save matters more than how much you earn. Most people optimize for the wrong variable. They spend years chasing promotions, negotiating raises, and building skills to increase their income, all while their savings rate hovers at 5% or 10% of whatever they make. The income goes up, the lifestyle goes up with it, the savings rate stays the same, and they wonder why, despite earning more than ever, they never seem to build real wealth. The most powerful number in personal finance. Your savings rate is the percentage of your income that you invest rather than spend. It's not the most exciting metric. It doesn't trend on financial Twitter. But it is mathematically the single most powerful lever you have over your financial future, more powerful than your investment returns, more powerful than your income, more powerful than any individual financial decision you'll ever make. Here's why. Your savings rate determines two things simultaneously: how fast your wealth grows and how much income you'll need to replace when you stop working. A high savings rate means you're accumulating wealth faster and you're living on less, which means you need less to be financially independent. These two effects compound together in a way that makes a high savings rate dramatically more powerful than it appears. The numbers that change everything. At a 10% savings rate, assuming 7% investment returns, it takes roughly 40 years to reach financial independence. That's the standard path. Work for 40 years, save a little, retire at 65. At a 20% savings rate, that drops to around 37 years. Still a long time, but the gap is starting to open. At a 30% savings rate, roughly 28 years. At a 50% savings rate, roughly 17 years. At a 70% savings rate, roughly 8 years. The relationship isn't linear, it's exponential. Every additional percentage point of savings rate has a larger effect than the previous one because you're simultaneously growing the asset base faster and reducing the income you need to replace. The counterintuitive part. Most people assume that to increase their savings rate, they need to earn more. Sometimes that's true, but the savings rate is a ratio, income divided by savings. You can move it just as effectively by reducing the denominator as by increasing the numerator. Someone earning 2,000 euros a month and saving 600 euros has a 30% savings rate. Someone earning 4,000 euros a month and saving 600 euros has a 15% savings rate. The higher earner is further from financial independence, not closer because they've let lifestyle absorb the additional income. This is the core insight. A euro saved is worth more than a euro earned. A euro earned gets taxed, then spent. A euro saved gets invested, compounds, and eventually replaces the need for future euros earned. The savings rate is the engine, the income is just the fuel you're putting into it. What a high savings rate actually requires. It doesn't require misery. It doesn't require never eating at a restaurant or never taking a holiday. What it requires is intentionality, knowing where your money goes and making deliberate choices about what genuinely improves your life versus what you spend out of habit, social pressure, or inertia. The practical approach is to treat savings as a fixed cost. The first bill you pay every month, automated before you see the money. Then build your lifestyle around what remains, not the other way around. This single structural change, pay yourself first, spend what's left, is what separates people who build wealth from people who remain permanently comfortable but never financially free. The target. There's no universally correct savings rate, but as a framework, below 10% and you're barely moving. 20 to 30% and you're making real progress. Above 50% and you're on an accelerated path that most people don't believe is possible until they do the math. Start where you are. Increase by 1 percentage point every 3 months. In 2 years, you've added 8 percentage points to your savings rate, likely without noticing a significant change in your quality of life. And the compound effect of that change over a decade is transformative.